Let's talk about the pixel setup, tracking on your pixel, and different information about that. You're going to need to, once you create your ad account, set up your pixel, connect into your Shopify store or whatever platform you are using. Totally okay if it's not on Shopify. Most people do use Shopify when you're doing e-commerce. Very dominant platform for sure. So let's talk about that. The easiest way is if you're using Shopify, you're just going to get one of the apps. There's multiple apps you can do. If you only have one, if you're only using one pixel, which is going to be most people's situation, it's a standard install. You can connect this TikTok Pixel installer app to your site. It makes the integration very easy. Just log in, boom, it connects both ends and bridges the gap. That's super fast. Now also, if you, for whatever reason, have multiple ad accounts you want to run, the easiest way to get multiple pixels onto a store, because any website, you could have an unlimited amount of pixels. You're just adding code into the code, usually inside the header. So without to get too fancy there, basically for backup ad accounts, which is something that I do when I'm scaling, just in case any ad account goes down, I would do this on Facebook. I would have 3 extra accounts sitting that were tracking all the sales, but I wasn't running ads. And eventually I'd warm them up with just, $20 a day of ad spend. So if I needed to start using that account, it's already warmed up. But anyways, I would install multiple pixels. For TikTok, Omega is a really good one that I personally use on one of my stores. I have 2 ad accounts and 2 pixels on there. So it's an easy way to do it. I just want to point out, through all these third-party apps, usually it seems like some data gets lost in translation, which means like not everything tracks 100% accurately. I've noticed that Facebook tracks much more accurately than TikTok. Pretty much every platform tracks more accurately than TikTok. So you might have some tracking issues. We're going to talk about that in a second, but this is a great app that you can use to put multiple pixels on your store if it's applicable. All right, event creation. Okay, if you're not using this through the Shopify app, otherwise it's automatically done for you through that app, which is great. Just tracking your values. You can track, total purchases too, which then you'll track your ROAS and all these different things. If you're not using Shopify, use the tutorial that's provided by TikTok on how to actually set it up. It is a little bit annoying to do, a little confusing, but it won't take you very long. It needs to be done correctly. Otherwise, your tracking and your attributions will be a mess. And that just makes reading the data really annoying, which can cause issues with running your ads and scaling. So just get that done. And this could be for anyone hosting a custom website or through another provider other than Shopify. There's WooCommerce, Wix, BigCommerce, and all sorts of different things, or your entire own site. Okay, tracking. Let's talk about this fun one, just so if you start having some problems or something's not tracking accurately, these are some things that you should definitely be doing. Okay, it's unlikely that you will have a 100% tracking rate. It's extremely inaccurate, and it's just something that happens, especially on TikTok. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the way that those are installed, and I really haven't been able to fight it. There's only a few ad accounts I have where it tracks around 90 to 95%. Most of them, I'm around 70%, which I just want to point it out. It is better. I don't know where I put this. It's better to under track than it is to over track. So on Facebook, we used to have problems where it would, say I got 100 sales today, but in reality, I got 43. So it's over tracking by 120%. It makes it very difficult because now it looks like things are working, but they're not. I'd rather there be like a chunk of sales missing so that, this ad, got 10 sales, but it says it got 7. This other one got 6, but it really says it got 4. And so I'd rather it be less because it just makes managing the ads easier. But there's not much in terms of solutions other than finding a different way to install the same pixel onto your website. So with Facebook, you got a lot more options. You have the direct integration through the preferences. With TikTok, you don't. You could try hitting up their support. You could try multiple different apps. You could try linking it through third-party apps. But ultimately, the goal is to be within like 5 to 10% of tracking accurately. But you can definitely run it all the way down, probably to 50% tracking. You could still run it accurately, which means it's only tracking half of your purchases, which again, it's a very annoying and frustrating problem. I'm not denying that, but there are ways around it. And remember, you can still run ads effectively without perfect tracking. So I just wanted to point that out in terms of the tracking. So make sure you have your pixel set up, your ad account set up, your store, everything else. This isn't like a store building course or product research. We'll touch on different things later, but once everything is set up, then you're just going to be jumping in and launching ads here soon. So let's jump on to the next video.